You guys ready to make myself look like an asshole? Let me rehearse my lines. Alright boys, so we're back at this Katamatachi 320E for Everything Is Not Good. So it looks like the machinist has finally done his shit. And he took some things off I didn't take off, so now I have to go put his shit back on so I can put my shit back on. So let's start by pretending I know what I'm doing and putting that H-link up to here. I see the people do it on TikTok all the time, it doesn't work now.
You're watching Service Call. This episode is proudly produced by Tekamo and sponsored by FortisHD.com.
Why, hello there.
In this episode, Tylor is in Canada, and he's back with the cat stick nose job after the machinist was finished with it.
It's too big, I'm not used to it.
Hopefully, yeah.
Jacob in California is working on a leak on the Cat 303.5E.
Rolling.
And Cam, also in Canada, is working on some leaks on a Kawasaki loader and doing a service on a Kubota Mini.
Yeah, not gonna be a fun one.
Nailed it. Sucker. Let's just shove a pin so this stays up so I can show you guys what he did. So, back to the last video when you guys seen me making caveman fire, we burnt the bushings out. Now we're gonna play hunter a little bit here. There was a machinist here. You can tell because his shavings are still here. Greasy bastard doesn't clean up after himself. So anyways, he did do the IDs. He cut them oversized. Most of the time in a stick nose or any bore, you get points of wear. It's not gonna be 360, it's in certain spots. So your hole could go from being circular like this to like this or like this. So again, he cut it circular, bore welded back to size. Actually made it a bit undersized, so when we went and did his cuts, he would land at his final predetermined stop. So did that on both sides on the stick nose, and he did face the shit out of this side, I remember that. So this side got refaced. There was a lot of weld going onto that. Same thing into the H-link. There was no facing work done, I believe. Looks like there's a little bit. You can kind of see his line here. I'm gonna assume that's from him with the welder. But both sides got bore welded and probably a little bit of facing work done. And then we did a lot of facing on the quick change. We put bushings into the quick change on the stick nose bore. Helps with longevity on the stick nose. And new bushings into the H-link and our stick nose in the machine. So yeah, we'll crane this up in place, get these all pinned together, get it all lined up. Throw that on, shim it all tight, grease it, see how it works, clean it all up, and yeah, see if we can get home quick enough to get to the strippers. I mean, what? Back to the things I don't know what I'm doing. This is It's too big, I'm not used to it. Clean all the rocks out that the machinist put in. Make it nice and silky smooth. I knew I should have been a gynecologist, man. You know, it's funny. I watched a Tekamo video before I came out here. No, I've like how to put this all together because I don't know what the I'm doing. Yeah, good thing Carson showed me. It's like the guys use Loctite. There it is. There's Daddy's hole. What? Nailed it. The shims are the hardest part sometimes. Now a little tip for you operators that love to phone the mechanic and be like, oh, the pin's walking out. No, that hole is there for when I up and decide to go and put it like that. I can go and realign it and turn it down with a lineup bar, which I need now because my hands are greasy. Skadoosh. Lined up perfectly. Oh my, how did that get there, step bro? Cheap circumcision. That's called a ripoff. Well, that's the best joke I got, man. If you want to come back for more humor, tune in next week. Spend all my money on tools. I got nothing left for jokes. My custom thread unfaculator. It's the Nest 1025. It's magical. The only downfall is I haven't figured out how to put that in impact yet to make it go faster. So someone asked me how I like having my wrenches all disorganized and not be able to find shit. I love it. It's so awesome when you go looking for something. It's even better when the wrench you want is right at the pile, but the wrench you want the next time is at the bottom. You gotta reorganize everything. So, should I put lockdown on this for Carson? Dude, how else would I know how to do this? I've never done it before in my life. Like, I honestly go to YouTube for self-help videos. Came in like a wrecking ball. Ta-da! We did something. I'm amazed with myself. Ta-da! I grab the grease seals next. Found them. Ta-da! So with these ones, you gotta kind of like preload them before you put them on, or else you can't get these on afterwards. I usually try to roll them up and on here, which I might be able to do. Oh, it's a tight seal. Throwing out all the dad jokes today. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. So what I'm doing right now is trying to work the twist out of the O-ring by going round and round and round, so it doesn't go and jump off. Came in like a wrecking ball, 'cause this man wrecked his balls. Okay, so now with this being a floating pin and with an end cap on either end, which you guys will see here in a second, when you shim these, it doesn't matter with those style pins. With the H-link pin, because the retainer is on that side of it, you typically want to shim you should shim equal. Like if you put a thin shim on this side and you can fit another shim, you put it on that side. I tend to kind of cheat because I'm lazy, and I'll stack more shims on the one side if it's an aggressive amount. That way when I go to re-shim, I'm already shimmed heavy here and I can just shim up on that side. I'm not having to take the pin all the way out. If that makes sense to the viewers at home. Sometimes shimming is really the hardest part. Yeah, it is, because these shims like to get caught and tear. That sounds solid. Let's hit it 7 more times. And yes, it is required as a mechanic to play a musical tune on everything you beat the out of with a hammer. Why, hello there. For the nerds at home. Yeah. Damn it, step bro. Not so hard. Calibrated hammer. Check. Just need a little tappy tap. It usually goes easier than this. Whoop that ass. There it is. Ta-da. Pin is in.
We are going to Rolling Hills. The only information I got was that it's a Mini X with a hydraulic leak. That's it. So we'll see you there. So this is our machine. It is leaking hydraulic. I just want to see where it's leaking. It's really hot, dude. They've been running it all morning. So yeah, we're just trying to locate the leak right now. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, looks like that's suction line for our hydraulic. And it's a hose here. Rubber doohickey. Honestly, looks like it could just be a loose hose clamp, but oh, I forgot to stretch. Forgot to stretch my. Why did he grab a wobble socket and not a straight? It's not leaking now, so we're gonna. It seems like it's only when we run it. Yeah, because nothing's dripping right now. Yeah, I'm gonna start it up and see if we can find the leak. I'm gonna run it a little bit, okay? So it might rock back and forth just to see where. Wait. Okay, so it's not the hose, not the clamp. Off. Can you turn it off? I'm looking at the hydraulic pump and it's one of the spools coming off of it. It's somewhere up above that. I don't know what it would be called, but yeah, I'm looking at the pump. So there's a fitting back there somewhere that's leaking. I think it's something I can take care of here. Now it's just a matter of trying to get to it. I don't think we're gonna need any parts. It's probably just an O-ring or something silly like that, but there it is. God, I'm about to look stupid. I could have looked right there, dude. So yeah, it's this fitting here, dude. I think I can even see the O-ring splitting out from it. So yeah, we got a test, just a bad O-ring on a test port. We're just gonna take the hose off on the other end, cap it, and take our test port off and swap out that O-ring and put it back together. Now I just want to take it off. Hopefully, yeah. I was gonna say hopefully not burn myself, but I was trusting this heat thing a little too much. Hopefully we'll be able to spin this thing off without having to take the hose next to it off. They've been running the machine all morning here in California, and so the engine was really hot. Ow! Hot. Oh, hot. Oh. Ow! Long. Hot and long. Keep your fingers crossed, guys, that this will rotate 360 degrees without any inhibitions, or what's the word I'm looking for? Inhibitors, hiccups, I don't know. We're good. Cool. Easy. Thank you, Lord. We love you. There's our culprit. O-ring. Here. See it? That's our problem there. So I'll take it over here to the back of my truck, clean it up, swap the O-ring out, and put her back in.
Hi, what are you doing here? Today we're gonna go do a couple coolant leaks and a service on a Mini.
Up to Hemi, up to Sasquatch Valley.
All right, we're here now. Kawasaki, our favorite Kawasaki wheel loader, right here. All right, let's see at the machine. I'm gonna go put my cozies on. I love you. What up, Deutschmeisters? Deutschkit. We got the machine. Gonna clean up a little bit of broken wires here on their speed sensor, on the RIPM sensor, so we can read our RIPMs again in the cab, because they're kind of flopping around and not working. So there's a couple of little minor things we're gonna take care of today. Gonna fix the little coolant leak on there that started since we put this engine in back in the summertime. There's something going on with the gauge in the cab. We're gonna do a service on the Kubota, so we'll take a look at that as well. I'm gonna repin that connector, put a Deutsch plug in there instead. I'm just gonna cut the end off and put a new end on. Simple. Hopefully that fixes it.
New seals from the zoo? Too bad I'm banned.
The seal jokes are just getting old now, you guys. Come on.
Okay, let's bundle these up again. Zip tie those. Then we're good to go. Thankfully, I got one zip tie left. Happy-ish. Happy enough. I'm gonna figure out that coolant leak because it's dripping off of something we didn't even touch. But the drain leaks now, so. Okay, I got it. It's literally just a little bit loose. We never even drained it from here though. This is loose. Minor. That's it, fixed. Okay, I think we're gonna go into the service pretty quick here.
I gotta get the whole ass out of here now.
Any Mueller stuff today? I will say I really like these. Yeah, best carbon scrapers ever. Those have been pretty hardy so far. Pretty good. So happy with those. Really happy with them, they're nice. And I've been using the trays a lot because they're really handy. Okay, let's see what's going on with that temp sensor. Oh yeah, it's in behind the rad hose here, but the terminal on it's kind of rattled loose, but that'll just have to get changed. We'll be coming back again at some point in the near future, and I'll just put a new sender on there. It's fired up. I'm gonna take a look at that, cam sensor. What a impact. Garbage Milwaukee. Jeez, I forgot how much power real tools have. We're gonna change one coolant hose inside here. Hose. All about them hose. This is gonna make a mess, right? Because the engine's full of coolant still and there's no tap on here. So when I take this off, it's literally just gonna piss out. And I gotta get this on as quick as possible. Stay the f out of my way, okay? No, I was talking to the hose here. Okay, get down here, you. There we go. That was easy. Minimal coolant loss. Round two. Let's give ourselves a little extra. Oh, yeah. Oh God, that's tight. Jeepers. When it's cold, it's really stiff. There. Another one replaced. Get the other half out. That was easy. We'll put some hose clamps on there and we'll be good to go. There, coolant hose changed. No more leaks. Oh, actually no, there's one more thing I gotta throw on there. I've been warming the hose up in the cab because it's really stiff and it won't go over the end. There's a hose that I gotta put from the little breather spout to that catch can. I'm gonna squeeze in here again. And I'm just gonna go on here. Oh yeah, there we go. Right up the neck. Sometimes I drool when I go sideways like this. Let's cut this on an angle of the dangle. Good enough. And then simple catch can. Okay, get it up there. Oh, I can feel it getting harder in my hand. The hose is getting cold, man. Nice. State of the art. Easy peasy. Okay, now we're done here. Now the full shebang that they sent us here with the stubby socket. Look at that. Mueller. Ooh, I like it. It's so short. What? I guess it's about average. Wow, that zips up tight. And I ain't even trying. Okay, extra coolant. That's for you, sir. Kawasaki's done for now.
Well, hello there. How are you? Want to see a POV of what I did to your mom last night? Stay tuned. All right, so I like to be a greasy douchebag and put a little bit of red Loctite on these bolts and I'll back out. Just a little bit. Torque, mother. I'm not used to water. Yeah, it's weird tasting Red Bull. Up, up, and away, said the Flash. Shaky machinist work. Doesn't even clean his holes out. Gotta put the hoe rings on. Ho, ho, ho ring. Ho, ho, ho. Yes, being single is starting to pay off. My grip strength is getting better. So, because we disturbed the seals, we will put new O-rings into it just because I don't want to take a chance. They look kind of fine, but for 5 cents, I don't want to take a chance. So we go over to our Katamatachi O-ring kits, pop out our O-ring to find out what size it is. I know it's -4. All right, that was the O-ring face, which is that side of it. Now we gotta do the ORB side. Your standard thread O-ring seal kit, which will obviously be a -4. By experience, you just know that the extra tangy is -4. When it tastes like sweet and sour sauce, that's -16. Well, for maximum penetration, we're gonna put this straw in. It's funny, I can rebuild a engine, but I struggle with the simple things like putting things in holes. There it is. You guys want to see an elephant? It's tight. Why, hello there. Okay, so a neat little trick, which Cam already did for us, because this one doesn't have the 2 holes like this one does in this pin. It just has 1, which is fine. On the top of the pin here, you either want to take a grinder and score from the center of this hole. The center of this hole is to make an alignment so when you're sliding it through, you can see from the other side. So when you're coming from this side, you can look through here and be like, oh, I'm out by like 33.4 degrees. I gotta rotate it back. Or you can just take a paint pen and be pretty vanilla as do it that way. So put some period blood red on there with a little smiley face. Guess we're on the Tekamo channel. Nothing worse than having to beat the pin to the bores. Make sure it's going in the hole and not smashing the seals up. Because I'd hate for Cam to get mad that I the seals. I've been working on the railroad all the long day. Woo! Well, Houston, in case you were wondering, we are into the bush ever so slightly. We're so close, and yet so far. We're gonna persuade it with a machine. Yeah. Let's use that one as the hammer. We're smashing something into something. Something is going into something. If it's my dick into the coupler, I don't care. Something's getting The fat man is tired. Line it up, bring her over. Stick out a touch. Bit more. All right, that'll work. Try tapping that. Oh, it's moving ever so surely. It's in the H-link now, so yeah, keep going. Curl your bucket open, Christian. A little more. Woo! All right, send her home for the birthday boy. Gotta go another 1/4 of an inch. Yeah. So, anyways, after some percussive persuasion with the swing press, we've got this pin in and retained. Just gonna put the collar back in and get her tight. Hook the hoses up, throw some greasy poo at it, and this one's done. So come along for the last little bit of fun. Come along. Hydraulic hose, tighten up your hose just like so, and then grab your other one. So there you go, guys. Aside from throwing some grease into it, this thing's done. But everything's shimmed up nice and tight. And yeah, so fire some grease into it and make the customer happy and get her to work. That's a job well done. But anyways, y'all have a great night. Remember, God loves you, because I sure don't. You guys want to go to the strip club? It's just down the corner.
Yeah, this ended up being a pretty easy call overall, you know. I mean, I know some operators that would have done this, you know. But cool, you know. I don't mind. Put some white grease on there for good luck. Okay, new O-ring. Well, amen, brother. Ow, hot. You. There we go. Okay. Fire it up. O-ring replaced, fitting back on, hoses back on. No leaks yet in California. This is a good customer, so try to button it up clean, you know, for them. Try to get everything dry, blow it off. It's just trying to be proactive and keep the machines clean as much as you can. Ah. Good so far? So now we are good. I didn't see any leaks, did you? So now double check the oil. We are good and dry, right? Yeah. And yeah, get out of here. So thank you guys again for tuning in and watching. My name is Jacob from Southern California. Yeah, if you liked what you see, let us know in the comments, and we will be happy to send the guys down here to do more videos. This was a pretty simple call, not much to it. Next time, I'm sure we won't get as lucky, but we'll get it done like we always do. So thank you guys for watching, and God bless.
Let's go do that service on the Kubota. Let's focus on that leak. That's more important for now. It's pretty hard to tell where it's coming from because it's kind of wet everywhere. Oh, you know what? It's the whole manifold's leaking. It's the rotary manifold that's just weeping out and it's getting all over everything. Yeah, not gonna be a fun one. Hopefully that's our girl. Let's check a few more actually. Yeah. Everything's pretty much tight. That's good. Okay, I'm done in here. Rolling. Okay, I'll just drain and refill our engine. Well, I didn't even get my fingers dirty. Good enough. Jiffy Lube. Oh no, I got oil on my fingers. I haven't heard from anyone all day. No phone calls. Yeah, engine oil's changed. It's gonna fire it up here, and then you'll be good to go. We did it. You guys, we did it. A couple of little leaks, a couple of hoses on the loader, a couple of sensors we got to get for the loader as well. Nothing that's putting them down, at least like downing the machine. Minor leak on the Kubota underneath, but also the rotary manifold's leaking as well. So we'll plan to take that one and rip that out at some point and reseal it. And that's pretty much that. That's today. So I hope you enjoyed this. It was just a simple job, I guess. Nothing too exciting this time, but sometimes that's what it is. Sometimes it's not super exciting work. So sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I don't know. What more do you want? Bye for now. Love you. Bye.
If you guys subscribe and give me money, I will f up my tools for you. Where's the subscribe button on the bottom of my feed? Is it here or over here? Anywhere, down here, subscribe. And if you don't, Cam will come haunt you in your sleep, and you really don't want that. Yeah, with that H-link pin, guys, don't know what the f was going on with it. Me and the machinist went back to the next day. Luckily, it wasn't working. They didn't need it, so we greased the shit out of it, pulled the pin back out, minimal effort, maximum force to get it in. Very weird. Remeasured the pin, remeasured the bores after we cleaned it all up and degreased it all. We had the tolerances we need. It wasn't tight. It wasn't out of shape. Slid the pin through both. Said f it. I just gave everything a quick hit with the flapper wheel on the die grinder, greased it up and slammed it back together, and it slid in like a hot dog down the hallway. Don't know what the his deal was, but I guess it was movie magic on the first night. On that note, boys, I just want to say one final thing. God loves you, because I sure as don't.